What is your name?
Ernst, E-R-N-S-T, Bien-Ami, and everybody call me Toto.
It's bien-aimé.
Yeah, there you go.
Bien-aimé. But like in
And contrary to popular belief, it does not mean good friend. It means
I like people say
well
that.
liked. Good friend would be spelled A-M-I-E.
But nobody's being
Our last
technical.
name is A-I-M-E. And as my father likes to spell it, B as in boy, I as in igloo,
Yes,
E as in
I.
I, N as in Nancy, A as in apple, I as in igloo,
I'm as in married.
E as in elephant. Would you like me to repeat that for you?
He always pronounce. He always
Even to us. Like, alright, don't forget to put your like B as in boy.
I don't think I would be able to raise a family with the salary that I had, and I decided to come to the United States in quest of a better life. I wasn't disappointed. And when I reached the United States, I went back to school. In study economics, banking, and end up working in Wall Street.
Coming here, gave birth to 2 children in America. To me, it was the best part of my life. Okay, at the beginning, you know, struggling is tough. It was hard for me. Me and my husband was not easy. But as I see my 2 kids, I know I did a damn good job. I have to say that word, and I'm proud of myself. Okay, I feel like I did a good job. Why? Raising 2 young ladies.
Anybody asks anybody whether if they're not Asian, I'm going to say yes, I'm American. They might know right away I wasn't born American because of my accent, but I consider myself American or Asian American.
The real American is not American. Those are Indian people. They are the one who's the real one. They are the real American. Is it true?
You know, regardless of what people may think, like my parents think, like you guys don't listen to Haitian music or blah blah blah. We're not very, you know, proud, but I am very proud to be Haitian, which is why I put it on my back. So, otherwise, I wouldn't be marked up for the rest of my life if I wasn't proud of it. And funny enough, that was the one tattoo they didn't really have any issues with. Funny enough.
I feel like if my parents can come here and make something of themselves, especially my father coming at first, you know, maybe he didn't say this, but working in a factory when he first came here, and you know, and getting himself to
work. Investment bank.
They have, you know, a nice house. They have 2 well-educated children who went to college, went to get their masters right afterwards. I look at my parents and I take from them what they have done.
For someone who lives in this country, you have to see yourself as American because that's where you live, that's where you work, you pay taxes, and whether you like it or not, that's where you're going to probably die.
Is that like yesterday to me?
I had started working my internship, and that was like my first day. The director of the agency called me into the office. He was like, did you hear what just happened? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, there's a plane that just crashed into a World Trade. And I'm like, oh my God, that's my dad's first day back from vacation. And I know my dad was there because I was like, he goes to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So there's no way that he's not there.
She said, Mom, where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? I said, Daddy went to work. And then my ex-boyfriend sitting with her. She said, put the TV on. And I put the TV on. And that's when I see what's going on. I said, oh my God. The first thing I do, I call my sister-in-law, which is his younger sister. And she told me she's going to go to, that day she was supposed to go to church. I said, well, I'm not going to discuss anything with you now, but we need prayers more than ever. And Cynthia was crying and yelling, and Sure enough, and then Natasha called, and the entire, she cannot go to class anymore. That was a disaster. So imagine me in the house, having 2 kids crying, don't know where my husband is, all day, and I have other people calling me. It was terrible.
I know how my mom is because I was like, oh my gosh, she might
Yeah,
have
I'm
a heart
glad I would
attack.
never have to go to
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I know how she is. She might just have a heart attack and just. But thank God, my father knows how my mother is. After all these years of marriage, he protects her. So as soon as he was able to get to a phone somewhere, he called her to make sure that she knew that okay, I'm okay, all right.
In the afternoon, the phone rang. It was my husband. I said, where are you? He says, I'm okay. I said, are you sure? But still, even though he told me it's okay, I didn't believe him. When he come, actually, I was touching him, and I said, it can be real. Because I was touching him. And I said, oh my God. Just in an instant, I will lose him.
I remember that day when he came home, he was just like, nothing happened. I'm like, how can you just be so comfortable and like nothing happened? And I'm looking at people jumping out of the building. And I'm like, and he had just moved from the 86th building, the 86th floor. They had just moved his office
To the 8th.
To the 8th floor. So it's like all these events happened. It was like, I don't know. It was just like God had like a little handle. God had a hand over him. Even though that was his first day, like he was meant to be there. I'm sorry. He was meant to be there and experience it, but not be there.
I think that affects my family more than me. But that affected me in some other ways. According to my wife, I used to have nightmare in the middle of the night. Get off while I'm sleeping, thinking I'm going to the window. I'm going towards the window, and then she had to stop me. Well, there was probably nightmare from going through that. But after that, nothing that I know of, no. I didn't have any fear. And to this day, I still don't have any fear.
I have no problem crying about it and confronting my feelings. So I feel like I've gone through those stages. At first, disbelief and then anger and then I'm crying and I'm miserable about it. And I've moved on past it. I don't think he has at all.
Do you think, do you think you should go back?
Go back where?
To see the site?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yes, you should.
Do you agree with that?
Yes. I think by seeing it, ever since then, my husband never go around it. And I think he should. Sometimes, that's healing. Like I said to me, it's like a healing process. It's like in terms of, it's like sometimes therapy. You go there, you face it, you look. And then I'm sure after, if he goes there, he's going to feel different about it.
I don't go my way to going back and, I don't feel any need to go back. Because in my mind, I still know the World Trade Center the way it was. And then I want to keep it that way, that's all.
Why would you go back 6 years later? You had plenty of opportunities to go back. Like, I wouldn't want to, if I went through that, I wouldn't be very traumatized. I wouldn't want to walk past it. And the only people who do sit there and stare are tourists.
It used to be the Merrill Lynch building. Oh, look at this. Never seen that. Never had that before. Oh, man, there's so many tourists. Wow, I never seen that many tourists. I think World Trade Center has changed a lot of things too. They never had any. Look at the vendors too. Wow. And then what happens too? They make them all condominium and co-op. It used to be empty. Now there's construction there. Huh. Wow.
So just like you said, you have to move on, and just like your business is moving on, New York City's moving on.
They have to. And they have to make money. My God, there's nothing there. Selling t-shirt, everything. It's like when you're going overseas. Everybody try to make a buck. Everybody try to make a buck. Yes. So we're going home, okay?